What is going on, Dokkan players? I just wanted to take a few minutes and talk about the current banners that are out, as I know the countdown has begun and Beast is going to be dropping here pretty soon. So if you guys are going to spend your stones, I want to educate you so you can spend it wisely and maybe just not make some mistakes by getting tempted by these tricky banners. So first banner I want to talk about is the Broly banner. I spent about 2,000 stones overall in this banner, and it is pretty awesome. The current content right now is super difficult and is mostly set for super class opponents, so you're gonna need some really strong villains and really tough abilities, and two of these characters on this team offer that in the form of domains. We'll take a look at them here in just a second, but the other superior thing about this banner is the summon rates. There's only one SR that is a featured card on this banner. All the other cards are SSR. So what that means is every time you get a featured animation, so if you get a fusion and you're thinking you're guaranteed a featured card, this cooler could be one of those featured cards. It could be one of them. So what that means is on this Gogeta banner, there's 12 featured SR cards. So you can get a fusion and you can think you're getting something great. It could actually turn out to be one of those SR cards, so make sure you watch out for that. There's a ton of good characters on this banner. I was actually able to build a team almost exclusively from this banner. Broly is an amazing leader. Zamasu does decent backing him up. Golden Frieza, Cooler work well with each other. And then I spent the red stone that I got early on in the celebration, the first part, and I spent it on Goku Black, and he pairs like perfectly with Zamasu. So it's a really good synergy for the whole team. Broly is basically there to just use his domain and boost damage, and anytime he attacks like 5, 6, 7 times in a row. Really cool. Alright, so now for the Gogeta banner, I spent about 500 stones. I did 2 rounds of the step up summons in here. I didn't do too bad. I did not pull a single Gogeta, which that is super unfortunate, but I did pull 1 Goku, 2 Sword of Hope Trunks, a Gohan. I did pull a second Broly, Chilai, and Lemo. I was able to Rainbow Paragus. I didn't get any of the Gokus that I wanted, or Bardock and Gine, unfortunately. So I hope that I'm going to be able to use my Tons of Thanks tickets after part 3 comes, and I'm going to be able to collect all of them and use them, and that's what I'm going to use my Tons of Thanks tickets on and summon from the Gogeta banner. Hopefully I'll be able to score a copy of Gogeta then, and then a few copies of the characters that I need in order to round out my teams. But all in all, highly recommend the Broly banner if you are set on spending some of your stones before Beast drops. I would highly recommend that you save your stones for Beast, because I haven't played with him, but obviously everyone's saying he's the best character in the game, so I can't wait to check him out. But definitely recommend saving your stones for him. This banner and this banner for your World Tournament tickets, I would ignore this banner. I have this Trunks rainbowed, he's okay. Mostly this banner supports like Time Traveler or Future Saga characters. Mostly Trunks, centered around Trunks. There's Goku and Bardock here, but they're not that great. This banner, however, comparatively, Chi-Chi's amazing. I run her on my World Tournament team now. I just got her, I think she just came out. Gohan, I don't play that character yet, but I'm going to. He does look really amazing as a support for Android Saga. And then this Vegeto's really decent as a support for the Buu Saga, as well as this Gohan support for the Buu Saga. But Mr. Buu is possibly the best free-to-play character in the game. I highly recommend waiting for your World Tournament prizes, and getting that, if you place decently, getting your other guaranteed SSR ticket and doing the multi-summon and getting as many copies of Mr. Buu as you can. Amazing character. Alright, let's check out Broly and Zamasu and their domain that's going to help you guys out for the super class opponents. Broly's leader skill is Super Bosses, Transformation Boost, or Full Power, Category Key +3, HP, Attack and Defense plus 170, plus an additional HP, Attack and Defense plus 30% for characters who also belong to Exploding Rage or Movie Bosses category. Super Attack is raises attack, raises defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. So he's going to be stacking attack every time he attacks, and he's going to super attack like 4 or 5 times in a row. His Ultra Super greatly raises attack, greatly raises defense for 4 turns, causes mega colossal damage to enemy. So he's getting a 50% buff if you Ultra with him. Passive skills activates the entrance animation upon the character's entry, once only. E +5, attack and defense plus 100%, and launches an additional super attack for 4 turns from the character's entry turn. It's pretty nice additional just for the entrance. Attack and defense plus 150%, guards all attacks. Just straight out, just guards all attacks. That's nice. Plus an additional key +1 per key sphere obtained. So you're not going to be starving for key. Plus an additional attack 50% when performing a super attack. Plus an additional defense plus 50% if it is an ultra super attack. So you get a little super boost, or you get a little attack boost to the super, and you get a defense boost if you ultra. Key +2 and launches an additional super attack as the first or second attacker in a turn. Key +6 and launches an additional super attack, and a high chance of launching another additional super attack as the third attacker in turn. So third attacker sounds like the beneficial spot, so you can float him off, and then the next time he comes back, you should be able to transform him into his domain, which can be activated. Let's see. On the 5th turn. So from the 5th turn, you'll be able to use your active skill, creates the domain extra dimensional space, raises extreme class allies key by 4 for 4 turns. So you're getting an extreme class boost. Can be activated starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry turn. Extreme class enemies and allies attack and defense plus 10%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 10% for characters who also belong to Exploding Rage or Movie Bosses, same as the leader skill. Increases damage received by superclass enemies and allies by 10%. So essentially, if you have any superclass allies, that's going to be detrimental to you. So try to build a team of nothing but villains or extreme class characters. The Link skills: Prodigy, Shocking Speed, Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, Legendary Power, Berserker, and Fierce Battle. Amazing character. But let's look at Zamasu for his domain. Basically does a very similar thing as Broly's, only his leader skill is the Realm of Gods, Worldwide Chaos, or Fused Fighters. Category Key +3, HP, Attack and Defense plus 170, plus an additional HP, Attack and Defense plus 30% for characters who also belong to the Time Travelers or Final Trump Card category. Extreme Class Key +3, HP, Attack and Defense plus 150 for Realm of God, Worldwide Chaos, or Fused Fighter category excluded. That's a weird way to word that. So the super attack greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemy, greatly lowers defense. So it's a nice little debuff, which is why I think he works well with Broly, with him lowering the defense and then Broly punishing. Massively raises attack. Oh, this is the ultra super attack stats. Massively raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to enemy, greatly lowers attack. So it's another debuff, this time to the attack. So if you get to ultra, you'll probably at least get another super after that, so we'll be debuffing their attack and their defense, which is really nice. Passive skill activates the entrance animation once only and reduces damage received by 20% for 4 turns from the character's entry turn, plus an additional damage reduction of 20% for the first turn when there is another Realm of Gods category ally on the team upon the character's entry. Key plus 6 and attack and defense plus 100%. So he's going to have 40% damage reduction turn 1. Really good. So he can like soak up some damage for you if you need to. Plus an additional key plus 3 and attack and defense plus 50% when there are no Realm of Gods category enemies. High chance of performing critical hit. Reduces damage received by 40%. So that's an 80% damage reduction. Turn 1. Turn 2 it drops to 60. That's interesting. Plus an additional defense 50% when receiving an attack. So when he's getting attacked, his defense boosts. And if HP is 70% or less when receiving attack, plus an additional defense plus 50%. So if you're damaged a little bit, you can get up to 100% additional defense boost. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super within the same turn after receiving an attack. So if you get hit, you're going to be boosting your defense and then also hitting back with more supers, plus an additional attack plus 25% with each attack received, and also boosting your attack damage output. So that is really nice. He's just a really decently rounded character. The active skill creates the omnipresence, creates the domain Infinite Zamasu, raises extreme class allies key by 3, becomes omnipotent for 5 turns. Can be activated when HP is 70% or less starting from the 5th turn. Similar to Broly's, but I don't think Broly has the damage condition. Or when there's a Future Saga category ally attacking the same turn. Or a Future Saga category enemy starting from the 7th turn from the character's entry. So essentially the domain increases damage received by subclass allies and enemies by 30%. So if you have allies on your team that are superclass, it's not going to be good for them, but you'll be able to deal massive damage to superclass enemies. Character links are big bad bosses, which is amazing, Fuse Fighter, Dismal Future, Nightmare, Legendary Power, Godly Power, and Fierce Battle. But that is about it, guys. Let me know how you guys did on your 9th anniversary summons. Let me know if you guys got Broly, if you guys got Gogeta, if you built a team, who's on your team, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.